Morning, top of the morning, back at it again with another video. If you don't know, now you know. Be sure to give us a follow at SichMaddy. That's at SCHMDII on Twitter. That's where we're gonna be posting a lot of our trades, comments, hints, signals, all of that. You can find all of that right here on Twitter at SichMaddy. That's SCHMDII. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let's get into it. So this one's for my fellow orange pill people, my Bitcoiners. This one is for everybody, from the people who just want to make a quick in and out. Those who just want to understand what's going on, get another perspective, or hear from someone who's like really in it, like balls deep, like irresponsibly in it type thing, like all in, all the chips at the middle of the table. This is for everyone, but I'm really just like a person who's all in, very convicted. Um, Learns a lot, between like the last cycle and now. And here we are, man. Just gonna reflect on it, and hopefully we're gonna do this cycle better. All right. So we're gonna be talking about Bitcoin, of course, as you can tell by the title. I put out a tweet that I saw like 8 hours ago, and Michael Saylor. If you don't know who Michael Saylor is or what MicroStrategy is, be sure to do some research. But I'll save you the time. It is what we call it, a software company that pivoted their corporate or their business operations to, say, Bitcoin development. Or let's just say it's a business, man, a big publicly traded company, and they hodl, they buy Bitcoin, right? So a few days ago, in the same or similar manner, if I can say it like that, the CEO put out a notice notifying people that they were proposing a private offering of 800 million convertible senior notes at a relatively low interest rate. And with the proceeds from that, they used that to buy Bitcoin, literally 800 million purchase, right? That's what they opted for. And now they have a big stack. And now he's doing it again. Not more than, you know, not more than like 2 days later. You should check out the interview he did on Yahoo Finance. It's funny. It's so funny. But anyway, man, yeah, rent due. Rent due. Yeah. But anyway, he's hitting it again. And I saw something interesting. Someone who has the same thought that I was thinking. Because I'm like, yo, you see the play. He finalizes the debt offering. It pulls off another massive buy order over the weekend or whatever. Bitcoin pulls up new all-time high. MicroStrategy's share price shoots up as well. So like the higher the share price goes, the more they can, look into it, man. Look into it. I'm not trying to. I'm not gonna go deep in the technicals. I gotta make this video for everyone. No shade, but go down the rabbit hole. Trust me. This. I think this is the trade of the decade, though. If I'm being honest, like everything, the way it's just connecting, like this may be the trade of the decade, yo. Stack your chips accordingly. Not financial advice. But yeah, rinse and repeat the next 9 months. MicroStrategy is now in the S&P 500. They're trading at 50K a share. Bitcoin is north of a milli. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just goes without saying. It just goes without saying. Then you get Maximus saying something very interesting, which is true. He says he stops when the core operating business can no longer sustain the debt. These debt offerings that he's putting out, it's at like sub 1% interest rates. the last offering he made like about a few days ago, the 800 billion one, comes due in 2030. So, you know, I don't know how they have their cash flow set up. I'd assume they are are in order. But as it currently stands, MicroStrategy is just going to be rinsing and repeating, rinsing and repeating, rinsing and repeating, offering debt, taking the proceeds, buying more Bitcoin, rinse, repeat. So we know for a fact, and he said it himself, that whoever has the most Bitcoin is the winner. He will continue buying. So we can rest assured that, okay, MicroStrategy will continue to accumulate more Bitcoin. That's excluding the fact that it's almost the halving. The halving should be like the 20th of April, somewhere around there, like end of April, whatever. Halving is on the way, which means the amount of Bitcoin mined daily will be cut in half. We're going to assume demand is going to continue at this level because such a small percentage of participants are in the space at the moment. El Salvador is the only nation state that's publicly purchasing Bitcoin. Their president recently met up with some sheikhs from Qatar, Dubai, I don't know, but like, it's safe to say, imagine those oil tycoons once they start getting involved. The fact that ETFs just got approved, that says something. ETFs as well in South Africa. Do I have that tweet? Let me look for it. I think I should have it on my timeline. Give me a sec. Ish. Why am I going to far places now? Why am I going to far places? My bad, y'all. Where is that tweet? It said something about more than 60. More than 60. I'm not gonna get lost, but like, I'm gonna just quick perspective, right? We have one Michael Saylor, one El Salvador. There are 334 million companies globally, 195 countries in the world that haven't been following, they haven't been following the same strategies as these people. So, hey, it's so early, man. It's so early. What is that tweet, man? Okay, let me do this. South Africa Bitcoin. So, check Stripe or Strike. Hey, you got a couple billion people on this continent, man. I'm in Africa, so where is this thing, man? I'll have to find it for all of y'all. I have to find it. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. By the end of this month, yo. It's about to bang. And we haven't even spoken on ETFs, the demand from that, which is what we're gonna touch on now. Just the other day, right? The 13th. Today's the 14th of March. This article came out yesterday. We're gonna just give it a quick read through. So it says spot Bitcoin ETF inflows hit a 1-day high of over 1 billion. Led by the BlackRock Incorporated's iShares Bitcoin Trust IBIT, inflows to the 10 spot Bitcoin ETFs hit a 1-day high on Tuesday of over 1 billion, according to the research arm of cryptocurrency exchange BitMEX. IBIT generated nearly 850 million in inflows alone. Alone, 850 mil alone. You know what I'm saying? For the day. Since it started trading only in January, it's now March the 14th, right? January 11th is now the 14th of March. It's not even halving time yet. And like, not all institutions can purchase this thing. Banks haven't yet been able to purchase this thing. We're not bullish enough. But anyway, iBit, right, having received more than 11 billion in inflows, far surpassing the other 9 issuers who received SEC approval a day prior to offer ETFs based on Bitcoin's spot price. Record inflows for 10 years. For what? For 10 years? I don't know what the fuck. First day over 1 billion net. iBit went crazy with the 848 bill of it. You know what I'm saying? Bloomberg senior ETF analyst Eric, whatever. These inflows reflect the fierce demand of the new ETFs and the widening interest in digital asset investments, particularly Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization. Bitcoin was recently trading near 72,400. 470. Oh, hold up. 72. Near 72,400. Roughly flat over the past 24 hours. But near the record high it set earlier this week, according to cryptocurrency data provider CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin ETFs hit their previous one-day high for inflows of 673 million in late February, according to BitMEX. You know, 11 billion, which is okay. The note that the 10 spot Bitcoin funds have generated more than 11 billion in inflows since their unveiling. That total includes more than 11 billion that's been pulled from Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. According to BitMEX data, that product differs from the offerings. GBTC is a conversion from a long-standing Bitcoin trust and charges a 1.5% fee, by far the highest amongst the new offerings. So people who have the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, they just converting that current one for the other options that are out right now, since it's way cheaper, which makes sense, because when you work it out, you end up losing more due to the management fees. I'm a self-custody person. I don't believe in ETFs personally. I'll buy the underlying asset, like I'll buy the physical Bitcoins and self-custody them myself, you know. By physical, obviously it's not a physical item, it's digital, but like, I'm just saying, I buy it on an exchange and I send it into my cold wallet. I'll probably put down some links for y'all if you want to purchase cold wallets. Going further, the 10 ETFs have accumulated more than 60 billion in assets under management, with iBit accounting for more than 15 billion of that amount. Right? In an SEC disclosure last Friday, BlackRock revealed that the iBit held almost 196,000 Bitcoins, which for a brief period surpassed the holdings of MicroStrategy, a publicly traded software provider that pivoted its corporate strategy to acquire Bitcoin. A weekend purchases by MicroStrategy subsequently gave the company larger Bitcoin stores, right? And you're going to take a look at the charts to see that very much that is true. This is the daily chart of Bitcoin. It's looking very, very bullish. You know, this is currently what it's looking like. We've well cleared the previous all-time high, and we are now in price discovery. Let's go to the weekly time frame. We are well in price discovery right now. This would have been an amazing time to purchase. Was it? Yeah, January 22nd. You know? Man, oh man, it was at 38K. Now we at 73,000. And it doesn't look like it's gonna slow down anytime soon. I personally do feel like we are due for a correction, something, because this overextension is, yeah, we very overextended. In all honesty, we are super overextended. Where it'll correct to, I'm anticipating as low as, let me go to the monthly time frame. Man, as low as, you know, yo, brother, as low as 27,000, right? Some freak accident happens. Like I'm in this for the long run. I'm in this till 2050. As ridiculous as that may sound, until things change, that my thesis moving forward is I'm gonna hold this asset. I'm looking at it as I'm selling, like I'm converting fiat for like Bitcoin. You know, goes without saying. I'm gonna be holding this for the long term. So, yeah, man, gonna get to know BTC very closely, and yeah, I'll just be sharing my thoughts on it. But worst case scenario that I'm expecting is a correction all the way down to 26,000. Will we get that low? I doubt it. I don't see a scenario where that happens, especially considering all the demand that we currently are witnessing in the form of the current ETF providers. And this is before, wait, is it raining? Oh, I bet. Yeah, considering the fact that it's not really a large portion of people purchasing, or companies or entities. Pension funds haven't really started purchasing. Only one company is doing the Michael Saylor route, or this is Michael Saylor strategy, you know. Africa hasn't really picked up on it, and I feel like that's where it'll really function, like on another level, for real. So it's gonna be interesting to see where it ends up. I, for one, am excited to see. But anyway, if you don't know, now you know. Give us a follow on Twitter. SCHMD II. And I will talk to you guys next time. Thank God for the skill.